2007 Toyota Camry. This car is not starting, not cranking even. We are going to troubleshoot and repair this car. Hopefully we will repair it. I'm going to show you how to troubleshoot it and how to repair it. Here is a Camry 2007. As you can see, this car is not starting. The complaint is this car is not starting, not cranking, nothing. So we are going to troubleshoot it and hopefully we will solve the problem as well. Okay, switch on the headlights and put the key in. So as you can see, the lights are on now, the headlights. Okay, crank the car, crank it. So while we are cranking, there is no change, only a small relay clicking you can hear. Crank it. Okay, so this cranking, you listen from this fuse box, the relay is clicking over there inside. And what we are going to do is, the very first thing is, we are using our tester. This tester is very much helpful for the troubleshooting. What we are going to do is, we are going to hook the tester tail cable to the negative of the battery. This is the negative of the battery and here is the positive, and the tip we are going to touch to the positive. As you can see, it's lighting. It means that this is positive and here is the negative, and our tester is showing that thing. So while the tip will touch to any positive, the light will switch on. So here we are going to troubleshoot it. Here, as you can see, this is the self-starter. Here is the self-starter actually for this car. This one is a self-starter for this car. So I'm going to, for the self-starter, there are two connections. One is the battery positive all the time live. This big connection, this fat connection, you can see all the time it is live. So you can see power is coming. While I'm cranking, I'm not cranking, anytime this power will be. So this is the power which should be always available. The other one, as you can see, this connection, this is a small wire. This connection, this power should come while we are cranking. So what we are going to do is, we are going to bring this connection off. As you can see, I brought it off and just put my tester tip to the connection over here, this wire. Okay, now crank it. Now we will be cranking. The power should come. Crank it. Crank the car, please. So as you can see, while we are cranking, here the power is coming. It means that our circuit is okay. Okay, that's it. So our circuit is okay. Here the power is coming while we are cranking. So it means that both of the power are good. This car is not starting, so the starter is bad. So we are going to replace the starter. For the purpose, what we will have to do is, the first step, we have to remove this battery connection, either negative, either positive. Which one you need is easy for you, you have to remove it. So we are going to remove this negative. This is easy for us, and then the further steps I will be showing to you. And then further step is, of course, we have to remove this thing, this ear box which is coming in our way, of course, to access this starter. And maybe the battery we will remove also to ease our work. So here are the two bolts which are for the self-starter. One you can see over here, this is already loosened, and the other is inside a very difficult location over here, and this I just removed it, you can see. And the other one is of course over here, so this I have to remove as well. I just loosen them up off camera, but the way the procedure is straightforward. And here is the one nut you can see, and this was holding this connection. As you can see, this connection was held over here underneath this nut, and just later on the nut I put it on, not to lose it. And then now wiggle it, the self-starter, and it will come off. Hopefully it will come off. So by this way it came off, as you can see. And here is the self-starter. Just I brought it off the car, and we can see it's not restricted, it's moving. Both sides it's moving, but there is something bad. Of course we will troubleshoot either the motor. What is bad, this solenoid or the motor is bad. Something is bad over there for sure, because this self-starter is not working. And hopefully I will make it open in front of on the camera, and will show you what is bad in there. And we will repair it, or otherwise if it is not repairable, we will throw it away and we'll bring a new one and we'll fix it and fix the car. A few tools are needed to do this job. To open this self-starter, an 8mm ring spanner to lose these bolts, these long bolts, and then later on we will use a 12mm to lose this nut. I already loose it up, so I'm doing it one hand because my tripod went bad. I will repair that later on. So now I'm just going to do it one hand. That's why I just lose them up. I'm doing this job on camera because this is very difficult for me. Even small jobs. So these two bolts I just removed, nuts removed, and now this cable will have to remove, and of course these two bolts, these two nuts, screws, sorry, these are needed to be removed as well. So this is already not loosened, and they need some big screwdriver to do this job. They need some big screwdriver to remove them. I will do it off camera. So let's just view these screws. You can see I just have to remove them, put them side, and now we are going to remove this solenoid, and of course this will come in parts. As you can see, just spring is there, cylinder piston is there. This will come in parts. As you can see, now I'm opening this cable from, removing this cable from, and now the spring as well as this cylinder will come later on. I don't know why it is, yeah, now it come off. And here is the motor, of course, the motor part. This one is also, you can see, just dried, very much dried. People are not taking care of these things. While they are breaking off, they are thinking to repair them or to replace them. Something bad, a bad idea. So we will remove these nuts, these screws, to bring the carbon brushes off, to this assembly off, this cover. Actually underneath there are carbon brushes, carbon brush holder, which is held by these screws. So these screws removed, all are removed. Now it should come off. So some way like this, as you can see, everything is carbon, everywhere there is carbon. So this we will test, and then we'll see whether it's repairable or not. But it seems bad, smelly. I don't know whether it will be repaired or not, but we will try it. And later on also, of course, I will check for this one whether this is good or bad. Just an after shot, you can see this this is the end cover. There is a bearing, just I checked it, it's okay, not bad. And here is the carbon brush holder, and this is a 1 unit. You can see these are the carbon brushes, 4. So these two are a little bit bigger in size, you can see. But problem with these two, as you can see, they are very much small. They worn out to the worst condition, to the minimum size. Now they need a replacement, and also these two. So this whole unit, hopefully I will be able to purchase and replace it with the self-starter. So the rest of the things hopefully will do. And here is the commutator condition. You can see this type of commutator, their brushes are just touching over here on this body, these commutator segments. Normally these segments are over here, as you know, in the mostly, but this is actually a compact design, so they made the slip ring, the commutator over here. So these are the segments. We will clean them with the help of an emery paper and sandpaper, and also with the help of solvent. We will clean all the components. Here is this solenoid part. We are going to test it with the help of multimeter. It is easy to test, it's not something difficult. There are two parts actually. One is this coil. You can see this is one terminal, and inside is one terminal where we are connecting to the car. So these two are the coil terminal, and this huge big terminal which you can see, this is a switch inside. While this coil will get supply, it is energized, then the one plate is pulled inside, and which is making a contact over here, and then from here the supply is going to the motor. So this thing we are going to check, we are going to test. So for the multimeter range, we are going to put it on ohm, and continuity if you have. So continuity, as in this meter, it is available. So now I'm going to make it on continuity, and if it is only ohm range, you can do it with ohm also. I'm going to connect these two probes, so continuity you can hear as well as you can get the reading. So here I'm going to test for the coil. For the coil, these two terminals, I'm just putting on. The continuity should be there if this is okay. Now as you can get a 3 point something reading, 0.7 ohm. 0.7 ohm is a reading, and continuity beep you are listening. So this coil is good. Now I'm going to test for this switch. The switch testing is also easy. You have to put both probe of the meter. There is no continuity at the moment, but there is a plunger inside. You can see, putting these two probes on the huge terminals and pressing on the plunger, you will hear the beep. See, now as you can see, I'm pressing, so the beep is coming, something like that. So this is what is the testing technique for this one, for this solenoid of the self-starter. This was easy way I show in front of you. So now I think there will be no complication in this. If it is bad, we will have to discard it and replace it. Here you can see, just I lubricated and cleaned everything, and then the armature, you can see the commutator is way clean now. I just use a piece of sandpaper, a fine sandpaper, and it's cleaned. And this part, as I said, we will be going to replace this. So I just brought it Toyota genuine parts. You can see here it is. Just I'm going to show you what is in there. This is something you can see, artistic piece of equipment, very beautiful. They made it very nice. And these brushes, you can see, very big enough. So all are good, and there is a bearing also inside. So this is a complete unit which is replacing this one, and of course this cover also. So this is coming with a cover, with the screws, everything. So I will just put it on the new part. I will put it on the self starter, and hopefully it will do. So the entire assembly process is the exact reverse process of the disassembly. So hope you can understand. There is another video of me which is showing each and every step. You can watch that if you are a new guy on my channel. So we put the starter in there. As you can see, here is the starter. We just put it in, connection, everything I made. Now we are going to give a first start to test this thing. Okay, start it please. So here it is started, but the engine is running very poorly. This is not maintained car. You can see the vibration. It is badly maintained. You can see the condition of the car, how badly it is. So this was what was our repair on this particular car. The rest of the things we are not going to repair, because we are just paid for the self-starter, which we did. We did our work properly, but the other car is not maintained good. Thank you for watching. Keep on watching. Stay tuned. Subscribe and like.